listening to The Edward Fowler Show. Now, here's your host, Edward Fowler.
Welcome back to another flashback episode here, and this time another flashback from 2019 featuring this great guy from Tennessee who loved a good old beer. Yes, it's not Stone Cold Steve Austin, but someone's just on the same level as him is good old Mance Warner. And of course, he was looking for Major League Wrestling at the time, and he has some beef with a manager slash executive producer of the show at the time, Salina De La Renta. Great name, great person. And it's a whole 17 minutes worth of this great conversation where he goes into her and many other people at Major League Wrestling as well. This show, by the way, is going to be a lot of swearing in this one, so I do apologize in advance, but it's worth the listen to. Here it is right now, my full conversation with Mance Warner. He brings the hardcore with him. It's no other than Mance Warner. Welcome to my show.
How's it going, brother, man? Thank you for having old Mance around here.
You're welcome. And it was a recommendation to have you on the show, and I thought, why not? You know, you're one of the disgusting spit people I've ever met in my life, so...
I'll take that as a compliment.
Feel free to. But, you know, first question off, we've reached out to Salina De La Renta as well. She's coming on the show. Now we can both agree we don't like how she's been running the show when she's the executive producer. You know, she got rid of your friend Sami Callihan. Worst decision to do so.
Yes, she used old Master to get rid of Sami out there, pretty much, plain and simple.
So, what is going to be your plan now? Are you going to get some revenge from her, or are you going to move on to somebody completely different?
I mean, Salina's plain and simple. At the end of the day, Salina's a bitch, man. I'm supposed to say that. I'm going to call it how it is. She's a bitch. She got a whole bunch of money. She goes out and buys guys that she uses out there in MLW. Old Master turned her down multiple times. I don't think she liked that very much. And, I mean, I show up, I get paid, and I fight people. So whoever it is, she could bring someone else in, spend some more of that money. I'm going to whoop their asses, and that's just old Master shows up and fights, man. Plain and simple, end of the day.
Yeah, I wonder why she doesn't just take, your answer and just move on to somebody else. I don't know why she's got to have a continuous problem with you.
Well, she don't like that I call her a bitch, man. I'll say it to her face. I've spit at her before. I've thrown stuff at her. She goes out to the ring and gets involved, man. I can't stand her. I hate her guts.
Yeah, indeed. And now, of course, you and Sami Callihan did have a rivalry in MLW, didn't you, for a bit? And then you guys then teamed up, for a minute. And I thought you'd be a great tag team together, but that was short-lived when she decided to lose or leave town. I was a bit afraid that it might have been you, but I'm happy it wasn't you, So, what can we expect from you then over the next couple of shows? Because, you got some huge shows coming up, Dallas, and then the pay-per-view in November as well.
Yes, sir. That pay-per-view going to be wild out there, huh? First time on there. First MLW pay-per-view, man. PPV, Old Master going to be there, hitting the pay window. I mean, to answer your question, coming up, like I said, Old Master shows up. Whoever they got, throw them in there with me. I'm going to fight them. I'm going to hit them with knee pad up, dramatic pause, knee pad down, take their head off. I imagine it's going to be someone that has to do with Salina because, like I said, man, she, I pissed her off. I said some things. She don't like it, so she, that's just the way it's going to be. She can spend her money and bring whoever she wants. Old Master going to beat the shit out of them and do what I do everywhere I go.
Yeah, absolutely. And have you got any backup now in MLW since there's no more Sami Callihan to have you back? Have you got anybody else maybe, secretly got a secret plan up your sleeve in case Salina De La Renta does some sneaky things, trying to get the upper hand on you?
Well, see, here's the thing. A lot of people forget that Old Master ain't a dummy, baby. I show up and I fight. People know that. I'm gross. I spit on people. I get busted open. I fight all over the building. I break stuff. That's just the way it is. But see, people forget that Old Master, I ain't a dummy, man.
Oh, no,
I'm a smart guy. So, well, I ain't going to show all my cards right now. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
We'll see what Old Master got in store for him out here.
Yeah, and you have to see him live and in person. And make sure you go into... so I'm guessing you'll be in Dallas. Will you be in Dallas for in September?
Yes, sir. Old Master going to be at every MLW show there is. Ain't going to be able to get rid of me.
Well, that's good to hear. We like that. So make sure you come and see him in Dallas, September 7th as well. And, of course, in November, 2nd, I think it is, in Chicago, for the first ever pay-per-view to be off the charts. So will we see any hardcore moments from you over the next few months? Because I know a certain individual who doesn't like what's hardcore. But will you be bringing any dirty wars from your time in other places into battles in the coming months?
We'll see. That's another thing, man. Old Master, a lot of people forget. I can get in there and I can wrestle with anybody. I can do your strong style. I can do your technical. I ain't going to be doing no flips. I ain't going to do no flips, but I will dive out the ring, land on my feet, and then eye poke you. I'll do that. You know, it's hard to say what you're going to get with Old Master. You know you're going to get a fight. You know I'm going to probably get out in the crowd at some point. You're going to need security around because, Old Master, I'm crazy, man. I'm crazy.
I know you are.
It is what it is. So I can't tell you exactly if it's going to be a hardcore match, death match, a street fight, a technical masterpiece, a 60-minute Broadway. I don't know. I just show up and then whatever happens, happens out there.
Yeah. Well, we can't wait to see what you do next. You're quite unpredictable, and some fans like that.
Very true. Nice word.
Some fans like the unpredictability, and some don't. So, you know, but we will see what's in your arsenal in the coming shows. Is there anyone on the MLW roster who you would love to get in the ring with and mix it up with for the next few months? You know, there's a big old list of guys out there, right? Old Master ain't going to sit here and give you a dream list, a dream card of every single person out there. I pretty much start at the tippy top right now. Salina got her boys out there. Any one of them, Old Master beat the shit out of them. You throw Jimmy Havoc in there, you throw any of them boys in there. Now, there's other guys, too, the Old Master would love to get in there and have some fights with. You got Low Key. Me and Old Master got out there and just beat the hell out of each other out there. I already said Jimmy Havoc. I saw Thatcher coming in there, right? Yeah.
Old Master would love to get in there with old Tim Thatcher out there and just beat the hell out of each other. Yeah, I mean, you could throw anyone on there that you look through that list and you go, man, it looks like that guy go out there and fight. Old Master would love to fight and get paid to do it in there with him, right?
Indeed. But I'm a bit scared now. You mentioned Low Key, and he's got a powerful punch/elbow he uses now to knock people out in like 1 minute or less now. So you have to come up with a better game plan for him to avoid that knockout blow if you did face him in
Yes, sir. Old Master's got a hard head, I'll say that much.
But can you...
There's a reason I throw headbutts.
Yes. Yeah, because they do hurt.
So we'll see what happens out there, right?
We will. And for anyone who has never heard of you before, for our UK listeners here, of course, you can catch Mance Warner every Monday night, 10 p.m. on Free Sports here in the UK. Better tune in, because it's the place to be. The best hour of TV you can't find anywhere else, with the best talent in the world. Where can my listeners find you on social media?
Oh, you go in there? Oh, I'm on Twitter, on Instagram, Facebook, anywhere. Put in Mance Warner, it'll pop right up. You'll see my old ugly mug on there.
Well, I'm sure you're not that ugly, man. I'm sure you got some girls trying to be. Oh,
all over, baby. Old Master on the road.
Yeah. Definitely.
Now, Pro Wrestling Tees store too. You put in Mance Warner on Pro Wrestling Tees. You can get it. Get that on there. The High Spots Network, best $9.99 in the business, baby. You can put in Old Master on there. Red light on. I got 2 episodes, and I'm throwing out a little sit-down interviews every here and there. So, Old Master everywhere, baby. Can't get rid of me.
Yeah, you can't. And one thing we want to know is, will we ever see you come over to the UK anytime soon? Oh,
I would love to, man. I know MLW got their show on there, and I heard a lot of people out there loving it. A lot of good feedback, positive feedback out there. I would love to. Anytime MLW, we go out there for the UK. If that comes down the road, that'd be amazing. I go out there and hit them bars up, and they get fist fights out there.
Well, we call them pubs over here. Not
bars. Yeah. See, I learn something new every day, man. Yeah. I love to get in one of them pubs out there.
Yeah. Have a good old cold beer. And speaking of beer, you like light beer, don't you? But I mean,
yes, sir.
Do you drink anything else, or do you just drink light beer?
Now, I heard out there you guys got what do you got? What do you call them out there at the pubs? What's your drink of choice out there?
Well, we got plenty. We have lots of different choices.
Well,
you got whiskey.
What's your drink of choice?
Oh, mine is cider, fruit cider.
Okay.
fruit cider?
I don't know about the fruit cider, but Old Master will try some drinks out there if he's in the UK out there.
Well, there we go. We'll have to treat him. And as well, since you're over here, you have to come and check out a soccer match as well. You know, do you want to see a proper soccer match? You know, come and see the best club in the world, Manchester United, in action.
See, I'd love to. I've seen on YouTube, there's a lot of fights that break out there. People go wild.
We do, because we're very passionate.
Yeah, see, I love that. It's like a prison ride. Everybody gets drunk. They get wild. They start fires and fights. Old Mancer in there. I love that, man. I'll buy a ticket right now.
I think you can. I can imagine you just getting yourself involved. You know, getting in the mix. You know, it'd be quite good. Do you support anything any sports team outside wrestling in the US or beyond?
Old Master, pretty simple, man. All I do is watch wrestling, drink beers, and fight. Get paid to, wrestle and hit the road.
Yeah,
I ain't got a lot of free time to watch too much. I watch football here and there, but I ain't got a lot of free time to sit there and watch too much of it.
Yeah.
I get bored easily, man. I can't sit there too long.
Don't blame you. I don't blame. Baseball's too long, and golf and tennis as well. Too long for me. But I mean, when you do watch football, then who do you go to team? I
ain't really got a go-to team. Whatever's on at the bar, I'll watch for a little bit.
Okay. Do you get into a lot of fist fights in bars near you?
Here and there. There's been a couple bars Old Master can't go to no more.
Oh, that's not good.
Getting too much trouble out there. They throw you out. Cops get called.
So, how long do you think then Salina's going to be on your neck? Because we want you to have a new beginning, a new chapter for Warner, and have a new rivalry with. Who would you like to rival with next, or even have, because they're always scouting new talent. Is there anybody from outside of MLW who you would love to see in MLW in the future? Well, see, Old Master what I do is I show up. Currently, I got a game plan to get rid of Salina's goons, right? Mm-hmm. We'll run through them boys, get rid of them. Then I can sit here and I can name people and do all that bullshit. I try not to. What I do is I let the fans kind of say. I like to hear what the fans say. I'm real active with fans on social media. You say something, Old Master going to talk with you back. I don't see, not everybody does that. I don't mind doing that. I like to hear what the fans think. I let the fans get on there and say who they want to see Old Master fight. I let them pick, so I can't really get on here and say, this guy, because I'll just name a bunch of guys from WCW back in the day, and then throw Great Muta in there, and it'd be guys like that, so I'll just talk about Terry Funk over and over. So, I let the fans kind of get their voice in there and then see what happens, Yeah, absolutely. And speaking about this as well, then which character did you look up to then, when you wanted to be a part of the whole wrestling world then? Oh, Terry Funk, Arn Anderson, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, old school guys, Magnum TA, guys like that go in there, these sons of bitches are fighting. I love the old school stuff, brother. Of course, and you're keeping it alive. I think for sure you are keeping it alive. Thanks. And is there anything else you would like to mention? Because I know you are on a tight schedule, because he's a very busy man, people. We got him here. Oh, yes, sir. For 16 minutes. Well, for the fans out there, just, keep watching MLW. It's on every week. It's on the Fight TV app. You can get it on there. It's on Monday nights. It's on YouTube. It's, there's a little screen picture. Old Master guy that's got the lineup on there. I post that so everyone kind of keep track of when it's on and everything. Keep supporting MLW. Keep supporting Old Master. Without y'all, Old Master ain't shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Absolutely. That's just the way it is. I go out there and I make shows. I hit the road. I'm on the road. Try to stay busy. But without the fans, promoting us and putting us over on social media, without the fans, we ain't shit at the end of the day. If fans don't show up, we ain't got no one to beat each other up in front of. You know what I mean? I do indeed, and it's been a pleasure having a quick conversation with you, Mance Warner. I do hope sometime in the future we can have a longer conversation than just 16 minutes, but I hope we can do that in the future sometime. But do you have any advice for me for my interview with Salina De La Renta? Oh, man. Whatever you say to her, she's going to bitch about. She's going to bitch and moan. She's going to lie and make up stuff. She's going to act like she's the best because she got a whole bunch of money, and then she's going to buy up people. And then she's going to lie to those guys, and then when she gets done with them, she's going to kick them to the curb. It's a vicious cycle out there, man. She tried to buy Old Master. Old Master told her that I don't lay down with dogs because you lay down with a dog, you're going to get fleas, man. Yeah. Yeah.
I've called her a bitch. I've called her all kinds of names. She's called me all kinds of names. We just hate each other, man. At some point, it's going to boil over, and it's just going, she's going to keep bringing her boys in, and I'm going to take them out, and then she's going to be left on her own. And then that's just the way it's going to be, I mean.
Well, we saw the return of Konnan, so perhaps you could have him on your side, help you out, because he's got some problems with Salina.
Yes.
So we might see a reunion of some sorts between Konnan and Mance Warner working together in the coming months. You may see that happen, so stay tuned. It might not even happen. I'm just making this up as I go along, so we'll see. I don't want to start trending now for spreading garbage. It might not even come true. But yeah, so do you think she might talk Puerto Rican to me if I get a bit too mad?
Now say that again. The phone's cutting out on my end, brother.
I'm just saying, if I did round her up on the show, do you think she might start talking Puerto Rican to me?
Oh, she'll get pissed off and she'll be cussing and all her shit that I don't know what she's saying half the time. It's amazing though, man. I just hate her guts at the end of the day. That's just the way it is, man.
Of course.
You don't have her on there. I told you she's gonna lie to you. She's gonna talk shit. She's gonna sugarcoat everything. That's just the way she is, man.
Of course. And of course, again, true example of Loki. He got cut from her gang after she was done with him. You saw it on TV a few weeks ago. So yeah, thank you, Mance Warner. It's been a pleasure. Make sure to mention Salina De La Renta about your comments to her, even though she knows about that anyway.
Yes, please.
But we'll hear.
You can write them down to mail it to her if you want to.
Pardon?
You go write down everything I say about her and mail it to her so she can put it on her fridge. She can look at it every day. Definitely will do. And it's been a pleasure, Mance Warner. I hope you will respond to me on Twitter now, because you say you respond to fans. I didn't get nothing from you, however, but maybe in the future we might. Yes, sir. We'll do this again at some point, man. I love coming on here talking to y'all. That was my full conversation with Mance Warner. Now, when I set that up with the people from Major League Wrestling, we didn't use Skype, we didn't use Zoom for that conversation. We used something which is now so ancient, like the show is. It's so old that you can't use it anymore. It was called Google Voice, I think it was called back then. And you could basically get any US number, and you could call any US number for free. It was a great tool, and I was able to use get his phone number and call him on his phone number, and that's how we did the interview. It was a great tool, and for some reason Google decided to not use that anymore, and it's now, I guess, obsolete. And that's to show you how old this show is. It makes me feel old just saying that to you all listening. But I hope you all enjoyed that conversation with Mance Warner. He was, as you mentioned, we did mention Salina De La Renta in that interview. In my next flashback interview, you will hear Salina De La Renta giving her reaction to what Mance Warner said about her, calling the B word, and all that great stuff as well. So stick around for that in the next flashback episode. And if you enjoyed these contents, I want to see this show getting more publicity from my flashbacks years and my current episodes, and all you have to do, simply enough, is give me 5 stars and also give me a review. It takes less than a minute to do so, and it will boost this podcast to everybody on all your favorite platforms, get more eyeballs in front of it, and hopefully we get some new listeners as well, and help this show grow and make it one of the best kept secrets on all your favorite platforms as well, on YouTube as well. And I can't wait to see who will return to the show and who will be next to come on for the first time. But until the next flashback episode, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day.
You've been listening to The Edward Fowler Show. Subscribe and leave a rating on Apple Podcasts, or follow on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts to get new and flashback episodes every week. More on Facebook and Instagram at Edward Fowler Show and edwardfowlershow.com.